What's up, everybody? This is the third episode of the Chop Podcast. I'm Tyler DiMartino.
And I'm Jimmy Starnes.
Man, this is going to be the best episode yet.
I mean, it's going to be a good one, man.
Yeah, we're fired up for this one. We're juiced, man. Today we got a professional mixed martial artist jumping on the Chop tonight, Starnes. How we feeling?
Dude, good. I mean, I don't know much about MMA, but I'm excited to learn something.
No, we'll take you through it, man. Yeah, so this guy, he trained with Khabib, Daniel Cormier, Luke Rockhold, Cain Velasquez, and many other stars out of AKA.
What's AKA?
AKA stands for American Kickboxing Academy. Okay. You've ever kickboxed?
No.
Probably look pretty.
About kicking.
Probably look pretty good. You're pretty flexible.
No.
Yeah, he's also been coached by Javier Mendez. Please welcome to the Chop Podcast, the number 10 ranked Bellator middleweight from Hutchinson, Kansas, Romero Bad News Cotton. What's up, my man? How you doing?
I'm good, bro. How you doing?
We're good, man. We appreciate you jumping on, man. We're excited.
Let's get into the sponsors.
Yeah, let's do some sponsors. So first off, we got Pathwater. They fully hooked up the pod last week, and we're juiced about that. They've been hooking us up big time. So big thanks to them. Secondly, we got Champions Grill. Champions Grill is it's where it's at. And then lastly, we got Piata Italian Street Food. They've been doing great wonders for the Chop Pod. But Romero, before we get into it, let's talk a little bit about your stats. This guy was a two-time powerlifting state champion, three-time Division II national wrestling champ, four-time Division II All-American in wrestling, three-time All-Conference football running back, and what you got on 72-0 in your final two seasons as a wrestler. Is that right?
High school, man. High school. But no, we got down a little bit in college too, though.
That's what's up. Yeah, so let's get into it, Starzy.
Yeah, so Romero, when did you know that you didn't mind getting hit in the face every once in a while and that you were going to pursue being a professional fighter?
Man, had no clue about it until they hit me up, and they actually recruited me after my last year in college and hit me with the signing bonus. That was just as much as I was going to be making going into the career I was going into. It was either being a counselor and doing like 5 other jobs, coaching football and stuff like that, or get into a cage for 15 minutes and make all that in the same amount of time. So,
That's pretty sweet.
Awesome. And how old were you?
I was 27.
27.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Late start.
So could you take us through, a lot of guys are wondering, like, what exactly does a fight like training camp look like for you? Like, what is your routine?
We start about 8 weeks out, and Monday, Wednesday, Friday is all the same shit. And so you get up in the morning, you go spar, you go in the afternoon, hit some mitts or something with one of your coaches, with one of your striking coaches, whether that's boxing or kickboxing, whatever that is. We go come back at like 5:30, do some cardio, and end the night out for grappling. And so, you do that every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Tuesday, Thursdays is a little bit different. It's grappling based, so it's like we either doing JiuJitsu in the morning or wrestling in the morning on Tuesday or Thursday. And you meet up with whatever striking coach you did meet up with the first, on Monday, and then you just do your own cardio that night. But
Gotcha.
There's no team stuff.
Gotcha.
And then
go ahead.
Stay up with grappling. So.
Got you. So since your wrestling is so good, and that's your like most skilled art, do you spend more time on the striking and jiu-jitsu? Like take us through that.
Yeah, bro. So it's like, you come in with the wrestling, so you feel like that's good enough, and so you start focusing on other things. Then you kind of fuck up and realize like, oh shit, your wrestling's suffering. So you got to do all that shit. You got to do everything. You can't just focus on one thing to try to get better at it, because then something else is going to suffer. So it's like you got to be well balanced, and we're trying to figure that out, and it's a doozy, man. But by the time you get it, everything starts clicking. So yeah, trying to figure out how to do the striking shit, but it takes time.
Got you. How is that transition from the wrestling to the jitsu been for you? Is it pretty easy for you? I mean, with the takedowns and stuff like that, or how's that transition really been?
Oh, bro, it's all wrestling, bro. It's all wrestling. There's just no rules on that shit. So it's like you can do everything you can't fucking do in wrestling. You can lock your hands and get to squeezing necks and shit. So I mean, it's all wrestling to me, bro.
Gotcha. What really is the main difference between jiu-jitsu and wrestling? I don't really know.
Jiu-jitsu is like a lot lazier, I feel. It's like wrestling, like you're pushing and pulling all the time. You know, it's like a sprint. It's real slow. I mean, it's real fast paced, and it's like a sprint the whole time. Jiu-jitsu, you can be a little bit more lazier, you know, and relaxed, and there's longer time limits. Rather, that's, you know, if it's some submission shit or only, I don't know. I don't really keep up with the sport all the way, but I mean, it's a lot lazier. You can lay on your back. There's no points, and it's just all about submission.
Yeah, you're just looking to take checks and cash, or excuse me, cash checks and take necks.
Yeah, bro. In and out.
So yeah, we had a question. Who do you got, man? Me versus you in jiu-jitsu only. A 1 5-minute round. Now, my jiu-jitsu, I've been training for 5 years. How long do you think I could last against you in there?
How much money's on the line?
Let's say if I last over a minute, I get $25,000.
Damn.
You think I could last a minute against you?
I mean, I hope so. There's 25 G's on the line, but shit. I mean, I'm coming too. Do I get the same 25?
Oh yeah, you get the same 25.
Yeah, bro, we're in and out of there. I mean, I'm fat right now. How big are you?
About 6 feet.
How
Right
much you
now,
weigh?
probably 195 pounds.
Oh yeah, I'm fat right now.
Oh yes, you're taking me quick.
Nah.
Yeah. So also another question we got for you is, what does that like fight day look like? What are you doing on that fight day?
Fight day's crazy as fuck. And so it's like you wake up in the morning and like everything's different as shit. You know, it's like, man, the air is different. You know, the taste of water is different. It's like you wake up that day knowing that you're getting into an altercation. It's not, you know, most of the time you get to a street fight or something, it's like you have no clue that shit's coming. You know what I'm saying? You have no clue. You're just having a good time, and then some shit pops off. This shit, you know about it months ahead, and then bam, now it's fucking here. You know, you done weighed in. You know, your body feels funny. You done weighed in. You're rehydrated and all that stuff like that. But everything's fucking crazy, bro. And it's like I'm about to get locked into a cage and do some shit that I probably normally wouldn't fucking do. But you know, it's time to take care of business. So it's like,
Yeah, and the mentality there, is it just like do or die here? Like what's going through your head? Like especially at that walkout, like you got your theme song playing, fans are going crazy. Like, are you just like, man, it's me versus him, like fight or flight? Like what's going on?
well, you see this motherfucker like right there. You know what I'm saying? He's like 10 feet away from you. He walks out either right before you or right after you. And it's like you don't have no problem with this motherfucker, really. You know, it's like, what did he do? But there's like at the same time he signed that same contract versus your ass, so he's literally trying to kill you. They tell you that you sign an insurance thing, little insurance claim, like if you die in this bitch, who you want this money to go to? So that's kind of real. You know what I'm saying? And so you always hear, and then you hear the fans and shit. You hear all the matches that's going on before you and shit. You hear the roars and stuff. It's like some gladiator type shit, like in the arena. It's crazy.
Yeah,
but,
that's awesome.
It's fucking dope as fuck when the glory comes too, though.
Absolutely.
You know, see the glory of defeating that bitch. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, another question is what really is the difference between a UFC guy and a Bellator guy? Like, do you think there's a major difference between a champ at Bellator and a champ at UFC?
No, not really. I mean, there's UFC is definitely deeper pool wise, but I mean, nah, it's the same. It's just wherever you're getting your money at, whoever's cutting your checks. You know, there's a bunch of guys that's left the UFC to come over to Bellator and PFL and stuff like that because you know they feel like they're making better money. I mean, that's why I'm here. I make better money here than I would in the UFC. So I mean, it's just whatever. Get in where you fit in. Whatever's best for you is what you gotta do. But I mean, nah, you train. You know, we all train together at different gyms and stuff. So it's like UFC guys, Bellator guys, PFL guys, ONE FC. It doesn't really matter. Just whoever's cutting your checks. You know.
Right. That's what's up. Another one is how do you think a fight would go between you and Dricus du Plessis?
I'm gonna take his ass down and fucking get him. That's my mentality with everything. I feel like I can win every fucking match, bro. That might be my problem. But shit, I'm gonna take his ass down. I'm gonna get to his neck. Even though his takedowns are good, but shit, fuck it. I think mine's a little bit better.
Hell yeah. Nice. Hell yeah. No, we ain't big fans of him, so yeah, we'd love to see that fight someday. But yeah, what's talking about weight cuts? So what are you walking around at? Like just chilling at your walk around weight?
I'm walking around about 210.
210. So that weight cut's pretty tough. Can you take us through like what the weight cut looks like for you?
So I normally bring my guy Theo Haig. He comes
So
and
you have a nutritionist that helps you out through that
yeah,
process.
he's my nutritionist and he's my practice partner, so that helps a lot. And but he'll come with me, and we water load 2 days out, 2.5 gallons, and then you're not really eating that much, and you're taking that water back out, getting in the pools, sauna suits. We have little saunas and stuff. So I prefer to, I'm old school, so I like to run. I like to run still and then get in the sauna. But yeah, it's a whole little process. So waterlog yourself, do the running, get into the sauna. You got the little portable sauna right there in the room. So it's it hurts, but it's it's all for a price though. And
Yeah,
so you get that shit up off of there.
there's been a few times I've had to cut weight in my college career, and my fat ass will put on the sweatsuit and run around for a long time until I feel like I'm going to pass out. Then I'll sit in the sauna for like 25, 30 minutes, caloric deficit, the whole thing. And the weight comes off pretty fast. You just got to suffer.
Do you water load?
No, I've never done the water loading. I feel like that would work wonders,
easier.
but I've never done it. Yeah, that's what everyone says.
But it's
But
like
hopefully I won't have. Go ahead.
the first time we tried to do it, I didn't do it all the way. I drank like 1.5 gallons, so I just absorbed it all. But it's like if you get the whole 2.5 in, it makes it a lot easier, bro. It's just
maybe we should try that.
Trying to get that water down now. It's a process.
Yeah, hopefully I won't have to cut anymore. It'd be nice if I could just stay fit. But yeah.
Romero, who's the hardest guy you've ever trained with? Like someone who pushed you to the limits?
I mean, Khabib, of course, bro. He's a freaking nature. And so it's like you go. I mean, all them guys are really, Khabib, and then same guy like I was talking about, Theo. He no one really knows him yet, but he's on his way. He's pretty fucking tough.
And what's his name? Theo
Haig.
He's a newcomer to watch out for.
Yeah. So I mean, he fought in Bellator, but he's about to. I think he's going the UFC route and stuff. He's still young. He's pretty young still, so he's got a lot of time.
How does your wrestling stack up against Khabib's?
It's wrestling is different. He got MMA wrestling. His MMA wrestling is he does everybody the same. He's been doing it since he was 8 years old. He's gonna come in. He's gonna get everybody the exact same. He's gonna get you against the wall. He's gonna get you down to the ground. It don't matter how big you are, how low you are. But I mean, with whistles, I believe whistles and points. I believe I'm good. I'm good there without no wall. Yeah. And I'm a little bit bigger than him too, but maybe.
He's got that mountain wrestling.
Right, that wrestling bears and stuff. There's videos of that dude wrestling bears.
Yeah, I've seen that. Wrestled a bear.
Yeah, and he like swims up creeks and like the guys.
What? Yeah, you're supposed to drown in. He's in there swimming in them in the morning. But yeah, that dude, he's a beast.
What's like some of the best advice he's given you?
Do your thing. Go out there and do what got you there. You what do you say? You dance with who brung you. You know what I'm saying? So you don't go into the place. You don't go into trying to be a striker or trying to be a boxer. You know what I'm saying? You're here to be a wrestler, a grappler. Do your thing. Get to your fucking shit. And I mean, that's the best advice he's always told me. Just go out there and do you. And I mean, that's what he does. He says you shoot some more. So if you don't get the first one, get the second one. And that's how we fight. So I mean, I try to mark my shit after that.
Yeah, just stay true to your shit. Pretty cool.
Do you have any like funny moments or stories with him?
Man, I mean, he's a funny guy. He's funny, but he's all about business, bro.
Yeah, he looks like he's serious.
Yeah, he's pretty serious, and I mean, English isn't his first language, so I mean, them guys are the sarcasm and all that stuff ain't really there with them. They're pretty cut and dry. So I mean,
yeah,
get in there.
Have you ever like had a fight where you were like actually like damn, like this might be a tough one?
All of them.
All of them, every
All
single.
of them was like, fuck. It was like,
Yeah.
we was, you know, every person, because everybody's there for a reason. You know, everybody has something. You don't just get into a league like this and not haven't been proven at one place or another. So
Yeah, there's no pushovers or anything. Yeah.
nah, not at this level.
Right.
It would have been cool to get some of those, but it's like, man, that shit, they don't exist. So it's like every single one is you know, is fucking serious.
Yeah, no, that's what's up. Yeah, so we usually do a segment on this show, but our guy Garrett wasn't able to join us because he's actually paragliding in Brazil right now. He's a pretty interesting cat. But so what he does is in a neutral ground fight. So these two animals are fighting each other on neutral ground.
Which would mean like that's their like ideal, what is it?
State of being,
environment.
yeah.
And they're like, so rhinos, where
Yeah,
rhinos live?
So we got a rhino and a polar bear on neutral ground. Who you taking?
Bro, fucking man. Y'all take the rhino, right?
I don't know if, I mean, the rhino, you probably can't get through its skin.
I'm thinking of it like that. That and the fucking rhinos and from, you know, they gotta defend themselves all the time from
Yeah.
shit.
I mean,
You know, all types of fucking those fucking tigers and shit, fucking lions and shit. They're hyenas. They're fighting shit off all the time. Polar bear, bro. It's like you're the only motherfucker out there, so it's like he ain't getting much action. So it's like you put him in there with the rhino. The rhino got experience on that motherfucker. He's gonna get his ass, right?
Yeah,
that's my logic. That's like a tiger and a lion type shit.
yeah.
I feel like the polar bear could wrestle though, man. It's like it's got that stature that I feel like it could take its back.
You got some
I don't
hands.
think that would do anything.
Yeah, so I guess we'll take the rhino on this one.
I mean, the rhino could just one shot with the horn, like absolutely drill it.
If he rams him with the horn, it's over. But no, that's good. But yeah, so could you tell us just a little bit about your childhood, like your upbringing?
For sure. Bro, I'm from the boonies, man. So I'm from this little ass town outside of Hutchinson, Kansas. I'm from a little ass town fucking called Partridge. It's like population S out there. So it's me and my brother out there basically. And you know, we started wrestling when we was 8 years old. When I was 8 years old, and my dad would take us over to Wichita, down to the city. It's like 45 minutes away from him. And we go wrestle with down there. And you know, played football and all that stuff all the way up through high school. Went to the joint for a little bit, you know, at a high school. I signed with Nebraska, with the Nebraska Lincoln, with the Huskers out of high school. Went up there redshirted. Then I went to the Kansas State Penn for like 3 years, and then I got out of there. Went back to Kearney, and went to Division II at Kearney, and I was still a fucking freshman there because all I did was redshirt. So, you know, it was on from there, and you know, won a few national championships there, and played some ball, had some good times, and then bam, here I am fighting now.
That's pretty cool.
Good.
That's pretty crazy.
Awesome.
So what is training been like at AK with Javier Mendez? Because AK is considered to be one of the best gyms in the world by far, with the guys that train there. So what has that experience been like for you training with those stars?
I mean, when I first came, you know, it was we had 3 champs. You know, Rocco was a champ. Khabib had just won his championship, and then, you know, DC was a double champ at the time. So there was like 4 belts there. Kane was just on his way back, and so it's like there's a lot of history there. And so I remember taking visits, you know, to different gyms and stuff before I decided where I wanted to go. And you just look at that and see what Javier does with the wrestlers himself, and just see how many championships he's won with them, same dude. And it's like you got that same skill set. So, you know, you got to go where you fit in. And I feel like that was the best fit for me. And so I took my ass out there.
Got you. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I mean, training with all those guys that's got to raise your level, man. Like, I mean, training with Cain Velasquez and Luke Rockhold and Khabib and all these guys, DC, like seeing those guys in the gym and seeing their success, you got to be like, damn, I want that, you know?
Yeah. And it's like, you know what they're doing, you know what I'm saying? And this same guy has led all of them guys. So, and then Islam, you know, he's the reigning champion. He's there right now. And there's a lot more guys behind him, you know, that's the exact same that all work with Coach Hobb. And so, you know, I'm getting where I fit in with them, and so I'm trying to, pick up some of that shit.
Sick. So sick. If you could pick a dream fight at middleweight, who would you like to fight? And this can be like past or present, like all time.
Oh, Jake Paul, man. Jake Paul, and we're in the same league now, so hopefully he does that. So hopefully he does that MMA shit. He can come over and we're both 185. So I mean that'd be perfect.
Yo, Jake Paul, if you ever watch this video, Romero Cotton actually just called you out on the Chop podcast. He's gonna whoop that ass, man.
Oh, man.
We're the original ones that should have called him out too. It's terrible, but yeah, but it's dope. That'd be dope.
Yeah, that'd be insane. I would like to see him lose. Yeah. So, what does the bonus look like at Bellator? Like, if you win, like fight of the night or however they do it, is the purse pretty solid walking out of there?
Yeah. I mean, it's literally that they don't have fight of the night or nothing like that, but they'll throw you some extra shit if you do, here and there. Like randomly, they'll randomly throw you some shit. So it's a good company, but I mean they're gone now, man. They sold us to the PFL. So
got you. Yeah.
Who knows what's going on about that shit now?
Okay. So why do they call you Bad News? I was curious.
Bad News was actually my cousin's name. He got shot a few years ago and ended up passing. And so, in honor of him, he never got to make it to one of my fights. So in honor of him, I changed my fight name to Bad News, and I fight because of that.
That's awesome. So you changed that just a few years ago?
Yeah.
What were you before?
You ever seen? There's an old school show called The Last Dragon with a dude named Bruce Lee Ward, but the villain in that show was a named Show Enough.
I actually think I've seen that.
Yeah, bro. So I was Show Enough. I was Show Enough guy, and I was that for. I always wanted to be that dude when I was little. I'm more of a villain than a hero, I think.
That's tough. That's tough. So yeah, a few of your fans actually they texted us and they wanted to ask you, are you concerned at all with the CTE in the game and the headshots that these fighters take? Like, what's your stance on that?
Oh yeah, I mean, football's way worse than fucking fighting is. I mean, fighting at least you can move, and fucking the object of it is not to get hit. But I actually had a CTE scan and a concussion test done. I mean, not too long ago, and they said I didn't have none of that shit. So I think it's false. But I mean, they said I'd never had any concussion bands or anything. But it's like I used to play fullback, bro. So there's no fucking way that's true. But no, I'm not really worried about it because I mean I'm grappling a lot and I'm in close a lot, so it's like I'm not really getting just fucked up that much.
Right, you're not taking too many headshots. You're taking guys down. So, yeah, no, that's a good point. Yeah, we're gonna move to the rapid fire segment. Starnes is gonna rip some questions at you.
Questions. In your opinion, greatest fighter of all time?
Roy Jones.
Wow. I wore the GSP hat tonight because I thought you'd maybe say George St. Pierre.
Hey, he's hard too.
What's your go-to submission?
Darce choke.
Darce choke.
What's that look like?
We'll show you later, man. We'll show you later.
Thoughts on Ian Gary?
Have no clue. I was actually talking to my buddy today that's training with Jeff Neal, and he said Jeff Neal's gonna fuck him up. So I have no clue. Hold on, ain't that the dude that's married to the old bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of drama around that right now, man. Around the MMA media.
I have no clue who he is, but that shit's crazy though.
That's funny. Favorite place that you've ever been, like country, city?
Man. I don't know. I like Monterey. I like the beach in Monterey. I like that joint a lot. They're Nashville, bro. Dirty Nashville. I like that joint.
Yeah, Nashville's awesome.
Word. And then lastly, favorite card you have been on so far?
Shoot, that last one I was on, the Bellator 300 was pretty dope. There's a bunch of title fights. The whole show and stuff was pretty dope that they did, and they gave everybody little gold gloves and shit. So I mean, it was pretty dope. Got to fight with one of my teammates. Usman Nurmagomedov. He was on there, smashing motherfuckers on his defending his title. So that shit was dope.
That's it.
I didn't win though, so it wasn't that dope, but it was all right.
No, you're getting that next one. I was going to ask, what is next for you? What do you see in the next 5 years from Romero Cotton in the MMA community? Wants to know as well. What's next for you?
Shoot, hopefully probably here in May. I would imagine. I was supposed to fight a guy from France, and Bellator is going back to France with PFL, and so I would imagine that they'd probably rebook that shit. And so I'm thinking hopefully France in May, but I have no clue, man. They cut a lot of people off the roster. They didn't cut me so far, so I mean, I'm just sitting around waiting. It's like, motherfucker. I don't know.
Yeah, that's got to be crazy. Like waiting for your next, time you sign the dotted line, or not knowing what really is next. So you just keep training. Like, what in that time that you're waiting, like you're at AKA training, and what do you do? Like, what do? You just keep your mind straight, and you're just like, all right, I'm gonna chill and wait for that next time I get the next guy.
Yeah, just keep training, bro. And like right now I'm back home. I'm kicking it, I'm dad, and I got a 6-year-old baby that I pick up from school and stuff right now. And so I head back out to AK actually like next week. But yeah, just staying focused. I'm working with the foundation right now, fight the stigma. We for mental health awareness, we have some events coming up for that. And so just working on that and just stay training, bro.
That's awesome. Yeah, so I wanted to actually show you. I've been working on my rear naked choke. So I'm going to put Starnesy over here in a little rear naked. I'm going to see what you think. I'm going to have you grade it 1 out of 10. We'll see what you think of this.
I can't see you. All right, I got you now.
Don't break the headphones.
Stop it. Fuck yeah.
Oh, man. That's no joke, man.
Randomly choking motherfuckers.
What'd you think, man? What's my grade?
Bro, I'm gonna give it an A. A.
There we go. A is good, man. Yeah, we
that shit was quick.
Yeah, Jimmy and I set up a mat in our kitchen, and sometimes we'll roll around and work on some jiu-jitsu takedowns and stuff like that, and some submissions. So yeah, we were trying to get better, man.
Hell yeah.
But no, we appreciate you jumping on, man. This has been a blast, and we know you're busy as hell, so it means a lot, to us for you to jump on, and we just appreciate it a lot, man.
Hey, thanks for having me, brother. I appreciate y'all.
Of course. Yeah, well, that's the 3rd episode of the Chop Podcast with Romero Cotton. Absolute animal. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video. We're just growing. We're just starting out. But yeah, thanks, guys. We appreciate it.